Welcome to the show where the magic unfolds. Technology and art, a story yet untold. From Lagos to Nairobi, Accra to Johannesburg, we're vibing to the beat. Let the rhythm take control. Oh, tech and art come together, we breaking new ground.
Welcome to the Tech Arts and Soul podcast. My name is Michael Komlo Pari, and I have with me producers of the team behind the podcast, Nee, Brian, and Melly. And I'll be speaking to them about what the podcast is, who it's for, and what kind of discussions we should be expecting for this season of the podcast. Brian, Melly, Nee, you're all welcome. What is Tech Arts and Soul about?
Yo.
Thank you very much.
More hits. What's it about?
Do I start?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Ladies first.
thank you very much. So basically, I wouldn't like to talk so much. So basically put, Tech Arts and Soul podcast is going to be interactions between the aspects in the tech industry and also in the creative arts, and how tech is influencing their work as creative artists. So basically put, that's what it's going to be all about.
Okay.
But then again, we are trying to poke some spaces and see how best we can move forward with this. And we are also looking forward to having stakeholders who will be contributing to these topics, and trying to find a space or a way to bring these two places or spaces together.
Okay.
Basically.
Why the Tech Arts and Soul podcast?
Anche. Hey, it's my turn.
Why the Tech Arts and Soul podcast?
Well, I think if you look at society generally, and yes, let me just let the audience know that I'm coming to wax philosophical about this. But if you look at society generally, in the present age, there are two, should I say, industries that are changing our experiences, that are transforming how we even live our lives and relate with each other. Mm-hmm. So the first thing is technology, and without technology, I cannot see how someone can effectively navigate this world, because a lot of our lives, in terms of from the content we consume, the music we listen to, the movies we watch, and even how we even manage our health and, stay sane, there is an app for all these things.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
Then you look at art as well. So art is a vehicle for bringing our imagination to life. And so, technology, art, yes, and then there is a soul extension to it, which is the soul in this context is about our collective humanity, our deepest aspirations, our goals, our visions. So this podcast, in my opinion, is an experience that will bring to bear the humanity in all of us, as well as also expose the interesting individuals who are doing amazing stuff in tech and art. And there will be very interesting questions. There will be interesting discussions, some technical, some cultural, some sensitive, some funny, some rabble-rousing, and also some very provocative. So I'm looking forward to a very engaging content, something that our audience will be fascinated about and wouldn't skip an episode. Yeah.
Great.
I was actually expecting to hear the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. What happened to that?
Yeah, so I've decided to break it down, because if I bring the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere in, yes, but that's essentially what is going to happen, because the left hemisphere has to do more with the tech, and then the right hemisphere has to do with the creatives. So that's essentially what it is. And then the soul is what
is the middle hemisphere.
We call, we call it
the frontal lobe.
No, the frontal lobe is here. That's what we call the corpus callosum.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
so that's what connects the
That's
left.
what connects. That's the
Yeah.
bridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
that connects
Yeah.
the two.
True that.
So the
true
soul
that.
is the corpus callosum
that.
of the
tech and the
podcast.
creators.
Absolutely. So
Amazing.
I mean, there will be performances, music, rap, Charlie, things that will grip your soul. So
There's so much to expect.
so much to expect.
Brian,
Yeah.
what should our listeners look for or our viewers look forward to? And
And you have forgotten your question, so I'll just take it up from there.
Question self, you forget.
No,
Hey.
I want to ask something.
Well,
Hey, Charlie.
So then, just to summarize, Tech, Art, and Soul is we are essentially building a community.
Yeah.
And community of those who love tech and those who love the arts, bringing them together, and those in between who are not sure which of them they love, right? So what you expect is a lot of thought-provoking conversations, because we are looking at the frontiers in what's happening to the creative space with regards to tech. So you'll be hearing things around artificial intelligence, NFTs, blockchain, how these things are affecting the creative space. We'll also be having a lot of interesting conversations around policy, the policies that influence both the tech and then the the tech and the art space, and how we can enable it to ensure that those who play in this space abstract a lot of value for the work they put out there. There's going to be a lot of education, so we want to break down issues, make it easier for people to understand contracts, issues that the technical terms behind some of the things they hear all the time. There's going to be a lot of education as well, and there's going to be a lot of fun. We love to laugh and just create an interesting conversation that our viewers can just relax and connect to our soul. Is what the frontal
the corpus callosum.
The corpus callosum.
All right, great.
That's what it is. And what I can also tell our viewers and listeners too is that this podcast is not going to solve the problems of Africa.
At least it's going to be a step.
It's going to be a step.
It's going to be
one
a very
direction.
constructive dialogue that will bring to awareness the things that we need to do as the next generation of African young leaders to turn things around our continent. So it's a foundational step to transforming the fortunes of the continent. But it's not going to be the magic one. I can't promise anyone that if you listen to this podcast, then internet prices will come down. Yes, but what I can tell people is that when you listen to this podcast, you are making good use of your internet bundle, because you are going to learn so much that will enable you to make an effective use of the internet, visit, engage with content that is, more forward-looking and something that will enhance your understanding of emerging developments in tech and art as well. So yes, and we need that awareness to develop the continent. So that I can promise. Yeah.
Guys, Tech, Arts, and Soul podcast, a couple of things you should do. You should look forward to every episode of it. You should subscribe. You should like. You should leave a comment. And make sure that you share with everyone in your family and in your circle and in your community. Stay tuned.